Welcome back, everyone, to Wake of the Red Death. Uh, I accidentally just shut that window. What the fuck?
Oh,
Restoring previous session. Don't worry. Give me a second. God, you are testing me? What the fuck? This mouse has not been working right. I should get a new one. Okay. Alrighty, ready. So, last time in Wake of the Red Death, you guys met Athena. Turns out, pretty chill. You also won the whole Chimera baiting tournament, and you managed to do it without any casualties. Some people got turned to stone, but that's a reversible condition. Met Athena. She was pretty chill, all things considered. Turns out she kind of wants to get on Mars's plan. Sorry, I keep calling her Athena. It's Minerva because you're in Northern Mediterra, and I should apply by the naming conventions of the different halves of this country. But we met Minerva. Uh, really chill. She's sort of trying to reconnect with her brother in the most obtuse roundabout way possible by sort of supporting him stealthily. Because as you figured out pretty quickly, direct social interaction is not her strongest of strong suits.
yeah.
But she's being genuinely helpful and supportive in her own way. And eventually granted Janus the status of being her new high philosopher and materialized on the mortal plane itself, specifically to kick Stefano Milan out in front of everyone in Minervans. Really establishing the new order here, about as thoroughly and succinctly as a goddess can. And that's kind of where we left off. You guys basically, it's not really a coup since it wasn't an official position of power, but it's basically a coup.
Yeah,
And now
we did it.
Minervans is yours to run. Um,
Oh
so
my god.
it's time to sort of tie up all these loose ends you now have.
So who's more socially awkward, Minerva or what's the Mediterranean word for Artemis
Diana.
or Diana?
Diana.
I think Diana actually knows how to talk to people pretty well. She just tells most of them to get the fuck away from her right off the bat.
This entirely congregation of women she seduced, she can communicate when she needs to.
Yeah.
Just her preferred method of communication is blocked.
She's socially adept, but antisocial.
Yes.
Yeah, like Minerva wants to be a social butterfly, but she struggles with it because she's frequently misunderstood on account of being very blunt, and struggling with nuances of politeness.
TT, you can just say all this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like she never really means ill by it, but people tend to take it and she doesn't understand why. Whereas Artemis, if Artemis is being rude to you, she damn well knows she's being rude to you. It's on purpose.
Artemis told me to fuck off. Oh, it's Tuesday again.
I don't need. I want to talk to the Gorgon for sure. That's a word, like pressing is not the right word. Like it's something I want to do sooner rather than later because
I mean, you did essentially promise to do so.
Yeah.
Twice over, in fact, both to the Gorgon and to Minerva.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, what was the message I was to give her? Oh yeah, to watch my sister and give her feather.
A scale of Medusa.
Scale of Medusa. It's been a couple weeks.
It's been a while, and also a lot.
Yes. That's I'm gonna head towards her. I'm gonna go towards her then, with whoever wants to come with me.
You're gonna torture her.
What?
Sorry, my hearing is not good.
I'm going to go to her. And whoever wants to come with me.
You find the Gorgon in the Mercenary Guild Hall.
Okay.
She sits there. Her mantle and cloak off, her snake heads writhing around her, everyone else giving her a wide berth. You see her tough, scaly hands, which end with huge bronze claws, or at least bronze-colored claws. As she holds a very large mug of wine, and drinks from it.
Does she have a tail?
She doesn't. She is a very humanoid Gorgon as things go. I'm gonna repost her art because it's been, as we've said, it's been a while. Where are you, lady? She's somewhere in here. Come on. Here's Miranda. There's Salsatria. Okay. Oh, there we are.
Could I get her name?
She hasn't given it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go over and take a seat next to her. Hello.
What did the goddess say?
She pulls out the scale. Places it down.
She picks it up and she looks at it. What did the goddess say?
That Minervans was not being run as it should. Well, what was the question? Didn't she give me a question to ask Minerva? Or
Yeah, you might need to. It's been a while, TT, so you might need to.
Yeah.
She wanted to talk with Minerva about the state of things of chimeras in the city of Minervans, specifically Gorgons, who, as you can probably imagine, given how a lot of this town seems to take very minor things about Minerva's life and blow them way out of proportion, probably haven't had a good time here.
Gotcha. Minerva does not like how the city has been treating Chimera. It is against her will and against her desires. She holds no negative thoughts towards Gorgons.
She looks at the scale. Did this come from the Aegis? From Medusa?
Yes. Because she has a request of you.
What does the Goddess of Wisdom request of me?
Well, I'm sure you've heard, I am the new High Philosopher.
Congratulations.
It's not... The High Philosopher was never supposed to be a political position.
Talk about how you want to elect a chimera onto the city council.
I'm getting there!
Hey. By your own admission, it's been several weeks. I wasn't sure if you remembered that.
I'm getting there. And it won't be. But It was for a while, and the city is not really prepared to act without the High Philosopher's position. But I cannot stay. So, I want to approach individuals of the city who are wise, who do know more about what has been going on here than I do, who will treat the Chimera and the women of this city better than its previous High Philosopher. And I have a feeling you know what's been going on here to the Chimera of Minervans.
She thinks about what you're saying, and as she does, all of her serpent heads go from, slithering about in different directions to slowly coming together and glaring at you as one.
Oh.
Are you offering me a job?
If you want it, or if you know somebody who can do it.
She thinks about it. I do want it. And she looks at the scale. Is that what this is? Payment from the goddess?
No, this is for a favor.
She cocks her heads at you.
A favor from myself and, through me, the goddess. I have a sister here. Part of me does. And she is... she is pregnant, and her partner is no longer with us. We are the only family that we have left. But I can't stay. There are things happening in the world that are time sensitive. They're moving fast. Dangerous to not just Minervans, but potentially all of Mediterra. So I can't stay. As much as I want to stay and take care of my sister in her time of need, I can't. But Minerva believes you can.
So this is to protect your sister, then?
It is not a demand. This is not something you have to do. It is merely something that I, as hopefully your friend and eventual friend and ally, am asking of you.
She peers at the scale, and then puts it in a set pocket on her belt. Fine, I accept. I will protect your kith and kin. It's provided that I get a seat on this council you're forming.
I would greatly appreciate your thoughts as I form this council. You know the injustices that have been happening here.
Duh.
Do you not?
Yes.
Then let's work towards fixing them together. Would be unwise to ignore the help of somebody who has the experience that I don't.
We wouldn't want to do anything unwise.
I mean, if I hadn't done anything wise, I wouldn't be here. I'm not some perfect figure that Minerva chose because I'm special. Honestly, if you had beaten me and made it to Minerva, I think it's possible you could have become High Philosopher. Or gotten her blessing at the very least.
I don't know, I had some very harsh words prepared.
If you'd like, I will hear them.
She peers at you.
Dennis's mask is off, so the chimerism on their face is visible.
No,
Chimerism that can be misinterpreted as literal, to be fair.
I don't have anger for you. I don't know you. I have no feelings about you one way or the other at the moment. But this opportunity is very tempting. So yes, I will be on your council and I will protect your sister.
What is your name?
I'm Calubria.
And I am Janus. Janus Crow.
Well, I look forward to a very rewarding working relationship, Janus Crow.
And I hope that we can come to understand each other.
That would be nice.
It would.
You sit there with her in a somewhat awkward silence.
Yeah. What did you want to say to Minerva?
That's between me and the goddess. And I might not want to say it anymore right now. We'll have to see how this partnership goes.
That's fair. I don't suppose you've met a Gwendolyn, have you?
No. I've mostly stuck with my own kind since I first left here.
Alright. She's how I learned of the way that... Well, she was the first chimera I really spoke to and discovered how bad things were here.
Well, then the rest of us owe her a great debt.
Well, she is now my wizard apprentice.
Very enlightened of you.
I am also... Does not... People assume that this is Litron. And part of it is. But I am a chimera as well. I have not gone through the same struggles in the city as you have.
She gives you a somewhat skeptical look. Not judgmental, just like a.
She points to the patches of different colored skin. This comes from one half of me, who has never been in Minervans in her life. She was fiery tempered, lost all of her family in the plague. But a wizard, despite it all. Moves to the other colored patches of skin. This was from a man, maybe, who did live here in Minervans, was born here, raised here. But he was raised a man. He didn't see the way even the women of Minervans were treated. And when I arrived not long ago, these two parts of me worked in tandem in a way. The part that knew Minervans and loves Minervans was now enlightened by the half that had seen this kind of treatment before. It angered me. Still does. And then I met Gwen and learned more. Now I've met you. And I wish to learn further.
Keep your listening ears open then. I'll be here. Tell me when this council is forming.
Do you have any anti-recommendations? People.
I would say Stefano Milan, but it seems he's been kicked out of the place.
She does good at that. Oh,
Any of the wizards in the college that were loyal to him, I would not put on the council.
No. Do you know who in the college is well-meaning?
I haven't spent much time there.
Fair enough.
There is one person I do know who I could recommend. There's a blind vagrant. He walks with a great deal of impunity because of his disability. Knows a lot more than he lets on.
We've met. What?
He knows a lot more than he lets on.
We've met. I will speak to him. Thank you.
She gives you a courteous nod. As you eventually part ways with her, you're just struck by the fact that despite having a very human face, her expressions are similar to those of a pit viper, which is to say she looks perpetually pissed off. And the way she talks, there is sort of this tension in the air, like she could strike out at any time.
Mm-hmm.
She's
It
the
seems
one.
like-
She's the one Cassidy fed hamburger to, right?
She was struggling with her gloves, yes.
Yes, she was.
Right! Okay, that is the first thing that wanted to be done.
That's one.
Does anyone else have something they want to do while this is all going on?
There are
Nope.
a few plot threads dangling. You remember, Red and Rabbids at the brewery. Gotta talk to Beatrice at some point to tell her that she's just gotten a promotion. Eddie is probably in the temple with Layla Kato.
his Sphinx girlfriend, yes.
Yep, his ditzy Sphinx girlfriend.
I love them so much. I would do. If anything happens to them, I would kill everyone in the city and then myself.
There's John Hammerschmidt, the Chimera crafter, who is currently tending to all the chimeras after the tournament. There's also that big guy with the giant triangular helmet, and the weird little possible necromancer working with him.
Unfortunately, this is, as the local resident of the city who is now in charge of the city, this is the Nora Talks episode.
Oh no!
You have to demonstrate some leadership, girl.
Okay.
Delegate some things if you want to, though.
Yes. So,
A good leader knows how to delegate.
I want to talk to obviously the people who hopefully will become part of the council. I'm gonna talk to my sister, the Chimera Crafter. He seemed like a genuine man.
Not one of those fake men.
Are you meaning to talk to him in like a possible council position?
Potentially. He's not native here, but I don't think that should be a
I'm gonna say
qualification.
probably not. Because like, this is just me talking. Like, I don't think he'd appreciate it. I don't think he'd have time for it. I think he'd rather be playing with his chimera, and he'd probably do anything to get out of the council to play with his chimera.
I'm going to talk to him, not...
He's just informing him of the new order in which he's going to benefit.
I can at least tell him that...
Provide a counter argument.
Hmm?
Him being the Chimera advocate.
We got the Chimera advocate.
Basically, the Chimera version of the EPA, the Chimera Protection Agency.
I have a Chimera on the council, but I would like somebody who's, like, sympathetic to them as well.
Yes,
Like,
and
hopefully
so
we all
there's never
are,
a situation in which, oh, of course you would want to advance your own goals.
Yeah. It'll be up to him. If he doesn't want to, I could at least give him, like, an advisory spot.
That's fair. I'm just saying, I don't know if I trust that man with power.
Okay.
Unlimited power!
He was so nice, though!
I didn't say he'd abuse it. I'd say it'd be something more akin to, like, I'm in this long-ass meeting, I'll just pass this fucking thing they're bitching about so I can go home and play with my chimera.
You know, if you put power into his hands, maybe some sort of ancestral gene will awaken. It's like, I must construct a park.
Oh, no! Okay.
And I will fill this menagerie with so many fantastic beasts.
Yeah.
No, wait, that would just be his, like, ancestor's ghost possessing him.
I want to talk to him. My sister. The blind man apparently has more information than he let on.
He's a good advocate for the non-magical, especially the non-magical disadvantaged people.
Yeah. But there's also some things that aren't council related that I am worried about.
Yeah?
There's you mentioned the demon.
Yeah. Red and Rabbit, who's in the brewery.
I know the name. I'm talking in character because you
I
haven't
didn't
told
know
her.
that.
We're not talking in character at the moment.
I am because this is Janice talking to you guys about like,
Oh.
hey, I need help doing all these
In
things.
that case, I would have been speaking in character.
Yeah!
Yes, I said I was talking to everybody.
I didn't catch that, I guess. Anyone else?
No, I didn't get to the
I did-
other.
Oh,
My brain is
did.
still mush. I'm sorry.
Good.
It's all right. It's
you,
all
Lydia.
right. Let's calm down.
it's fine. Pain pills
It-
fuck me up too.
Let's calm down. Let's get back in order.
So to a party, like these are things I need to do myself, which is talk to the council, potential council members. But there's some other things going on that are concerning.
Since we're talking in character, Gord asked, about how many people are you expecting in this council?
I'd like an odd number for one.
Odd number's good. Or if you end up with
Yeah,
an
that way
even
there will
one,
be.
or if you end up with an even one, put in some sort of legislation that the people then vote as the tiebreaker.
I think that's a good idea, Gore. It's a good idea.
Or you kill the even number.
Just,
The Beatrice should know somebody from the school who can be on the council, if not her. Someone who would be good to work with others. John Hammerschmidt is a potential, if not to the council, an advisor for matters relating to non-sapient chimeras, or sapient chimeras if he has that expertise as well. The Medusa, it's a new name, I'm sorry. She's on the council.
are you suggesting putting in your sister?
What?
Your sister, are you suggesting put her in?
It is across my mind, but it is not.
I don't know. That is a terrible idea.
She is my sister, and that would cloud.
It's a conflict of
My
interest. She
sister.
is a new mother, or will be a new mother. Just a host of reasons that's a bad idea.
Yes, but I like I said, potentially, and she might at least know somebody at the school who would be good to choose.
Yeah. Just keep her on the very bottom of the list.
Come on, she's not bad.
No. She has no business being on the council, not because of lack of effort, because she does not need that kind of stress. It's almost like you've never been around small children before.
No, I was the younger child most of the time.
So you were the one stressing other people out.
So you were the stress.
I'd like to talk to someone. I want to get somebody from each of the big institutions: the school, the library, and the military side of things. school, Beatrice should be able to help me find somebody there. Especially now that our old high philosopher's gone.
If I'm not mistaken, it may be prudent to speak with the actual mayor of the town.
Oh, where we have it.
Do they actually have a mayor, or did Stefano do away with that position?
Yeah, that's a good question.
We never actually got to meet the mayor, I don't think.
TT, is there a mayor?
I'm just
Well,
referring
let's
to the
find
map.
out.
I will
You're
get
a high philosopher.
Oh god, that's another thing to my list. I gotta go see if there's a mayor.
You know, what if
Oh my
you lived here? They should know.
I mean, yeah.
Well,
but
that's how insignificant they are nowadays.
if there is a mayor, they were clearly. Let's go to the
I
mayor.
mean, if you have a mayor, you
yeah,
just
let's go to the
completely
mayor.
sidestep the poor bastard.
Hey, no, I didn't.
I will not. I promise not to
fair.
abuse my power.
To be fair, one, the mayor lives behind a gate within a gate. Two, you were told that the mayor isn't really the source of power in this town. Like, it's very much a Halloween Town situation where, yeah, the mayor's in charge, but everyone talks to the person everyone thinks is the smartest person in town. Only unlike Jack Skellington, Stefano Milan sucks.
Yeah, and Janice has made clear that this position's not supposed to be in charge.
Maybe offer the mayor
So-
a position. If he doesn't want it, fuck it. He can just
Yeah, I will
live in
talk to the mayor.
and he can just live in obscurity if he wants.
Yeah.
Or she. I don't
Um,
fucking know. Well, no, it's a he because
Well, no, yeah.
patriarchy.
Also, there are some issues that I want to get looked at, but I don't know if necessarily are my area of expertise. There's Leica, you mentioned demons in town.
What?
You mentioned there were demons in town, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know if they're going to cause any trouble?
No, the business is in Pluton.
Well, could some of you just check and make sure they haven't stirred anything during all the ruckus?
I will.
I already did with. What was the drifter's name? It's been a while.
Virgil.
Red and Rabbit?
Virgil.
Hey,
Virgil.
we already did with Virgil.
With Grandpapa.
And you try. Well, yeah, Virgil. I don't have any reason to distrust him. Is he still in town?
Virgil left, unfortunately. He's got business elsewhere. He's
Mhm.
hunting something down for Ozymandias, turns out.
All right.
Besides, the bigger issue is the fact that several powerful demons have all went missing in the Pluton area.
That's extremely concerning.
Uh,
Well, if anyone is willing, could you speak to the demons?
like it already has.
Yes, but there's been a big shakeup in the city. Janice is just like, I want to make sure that nothing has changed in that situation because of it. But if you are sure that that is not an issue, Leica, I trust your judgment regarding demons.
This one in particular, I'm fairly sure will not cause troubles in this town.
Alright. Good. There was also... I'm pretty sure was a necromancer in the tournament who got... Did he get turned to stone or did he get gummed?
Dumped.
You gummed the guy with the
golem.
helmet. The necromancer wasn't in the tournament. The guy in the helmet was the one that was in the tournament.
How about I take Cassidy and go investigate that?
I'll go with that too.
Alright.
I'm here.
After I'm done dealing with. If you want me to double check on Red Rabbit.
I'd like that, but I trust you to make the I trust you to make the right call, Leica. I am going to need all of your help. I'd like that necromancer looked into and his partner. Who was Odie and Layla oh, that's the never mind. Those are the two spots that I am not directly involved. That's not the right word. I need to form the council. Those two are not part of the council creating business yet, hopefully. And I need some help dealing with all of these things that are suddenly now my my job.
All right, you go speak with the mayor. I think the rest of us will go to our other tasks then.
Thank you. And thank you for helping me get here.
Oh.
Everyone take a picture. Janice is showing emotional vulnerability.
Yeah. This has been a lot happening. Like, yeah, they're showing their emotions coming out.
Leica's just been sitting there the whole time with a knife, just slowly picking it up by the hilt, dropping it to the table, picking it up again, dropping it to the table. The same all there.
From the Rogue's Handbook.
Yep.
Yeah. She wanted to extend to Leica like the fact that they trust her and they want to show that by taking their expertise on something that they know.
If you want to insight Leica, people can.
I would. Couple insight. Yeah. 14.
14's a pretty good roll in Fabio Ultima, I remember.
That's really fucking good.
Mhm.
Yeah, you get a feeling there's a lot on her mind, and that she hasn't, ever since you got back from Minerva, she hasn't been all there.
Yeah, Leica,
Huh?
do you wanna come with me for some of these things?
To what specifically?
Well, the rest of the party is going to go check out the necromancer. I don't know if that needs 4 people.
What, you?
Do you want to come with me as I go and speak to the people I want to set up the council? I could use somebody who's, skeptical of these positions generally.
I mean,
And why?
I only volunteered for the necromancer job because no one else had spoken yet, so if you need assistance, Alex will provide it.
Okay, this is...
I think the more
Janice
experienced
picked up-
orator would be your best bet there.
What?
A more experienced orator.
I'm not looking... So, her
Points to
thought,
Alex.
their thought process is, something is wrong, they want to keep an eye on Leica to make sure she's okay. But also, Leica has expressed, distrust in authority, period. So, like, well, maybe having somebody who's just, giving everything that suspicious look, at least, might be a benefit when trying to form a political council.
Alright. Those.
right. The rest of you.
So after
You know this-
the old philosopher got expelled from town, does anybody know what happened to him?
No, that's not something. That's not a bad idea to look at as well. Just make sure he's not stirring trouble out there.
It's not a bad idea at all.
Yeah. So, break.
Alrighty.
All right, so who's going where first?
Where's the closest place? Where are we, like, on the map?
Well, I guess you were recently at the Warrior Academy, so like somewhere here-ish, probably.
Well, the Red Rabbit's at the brewery, so I'll go deal with that.
And since we're right at the Warrior Academy, I should probably talk to whoever's in charge here.
Yeah, you should probably ask around who was in charge of the actual defense of the city, because
Yeah.
that's important.
I would like Leica to be with me because I'm worried about her, and also, you know, I'd like her skepticism of authority to help temper my.
Just the skepticism, oh boy.
Okay, look, you want to murder them. I'm being generous. How about the rest of you? You want to go to Rabid or look for the Necromancer first?
Necromancer.
Yeah, he is the one that we know the least about. It's not a bad idea. Right then.
All right. The Necromancer you know is staying at the Bubo's Rest. Or the Bubo's Perch.
So for Alex Cassidy,
We'll go where we go.
Mm-hmm.
Who's heading up Red and Rabid?
Like I said, she would, but
yeah, we can stop there when we leave the
Oh, right. I can
Warrior
just write
Academy,
tokens
'cause that's
down.
right here. Like she wants Leica with her. She's a little worried about her.
Stop being so concerned for your friend. Gosh.
No, that's literally how I've gotten this far.
Nah. You're supposed to let the position corrupt you and make you forget all your, what brought you here. You're doing a very poor job as a high philosopher.
But I'm also relying on the knowledge that Leica has and the knowledge that you all have and your abilities to split up the many tasks that we now have. What do we want to role play first?
Yeah, who's going first?
I mean, like I could just go get Red Rabbit done.
All right, okay. So you go to the brewery. Red and Rabbit is there drinking with his newest corpse body.
I have a proposal
noticed-
for you.
He spins around and looks at you, and he smiles a beautiful rictus grin. Of course, kid. What do you need?
Is that one of the Mars militia bodies?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
That was in character.
yes, it is.
If
I
you
mean-
want, like I wants to do this in private.
Oh, okay.
Well, by all means, we can come up to
Oh.
my room. So
I will look into your missing kin. If you look into something for me.
That seems like a pretty fair bargain. What am I looking into?
I want to know who is sending demons after Alex Alighieri.
Aww.
Who in power wants him dead. In return, I will go to Plutone and investigate your missing kin.
Oh, that's easy. Boone.
Boone.
See, what he's doing is Wrath mission. It's not actually his circle of choice normally, so he had to get permission from us, from the big Prince of Wrath himself.
So where is this Boone now?
Don't know. Hell, probably, but then again, if he's got business of your kind, maybe he's up here running about. I bet he's got some human doing the business for him. His type, they don't like getting their hands dirty directly.
Thank you for the information. I'll look into the others as soon as my business with Ozymandias is done.
He nods. Good luck, kid.
Good luck to you. Leica says was about to say something under her breath, but just leaves.
Well, was she going to call him grandfather?
Yes.
Oh. God, that's gotta be such a bizarre feeling. Like, oh, you're my grandfather, but my grandfather's, a demon.
I mean, she knows Grandma Basago, so...
Yeah, like, he's been really nice to you, but it's still,
If you were a real
Grandpa
shit,
demon.
if you were a real shit, you would just like tap your horns. It's like, so is that like on the mother side of the family or like you?
Are you the reason why my horns curl in the inward? Because that's kind of a bitch.
That's definitely from Mom's side of the family.
God damn it.
Because Dad doesn't have horns.
Well, I mean, we're expecting Cambion genetics to work exactly the same as human genetics. That might not be the case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was a joke, you assholes.
I know.
Well,
And
you
I'm
guys
sorry
had to
for-
speculate about it openly, so I have to answer it.
Yeah, you joked with us, Raven.
Okay.
Or,
And even then, Dad's appearance didn't really show his demonic self until he got half his body lit on fire.
Mm-hmm.
who's the...
There's a loose cannon that I am trying to maintain with this. So I'm gonna say.
Loose cannon.
Hey.
Rocking the boat.
Leica is still disappointed that she doesn't have Dad's fireproofness.
Loose cannon, rocking the boat. Is that a mixed metaphor? Boats do have cannons. And a loose cannon would make the boat rock.
God damn it.
Thank you, Minerva.
You won't be a
This is what we pay her the big bucks for.
As Leica comes back down, he won't be a problem.
Thank you, Leica. Are you doing alright?
Never better.
He raises an eyebrow at you, but doesn't press you. Like, they don't hide that they're like, but they don't press you. All right. To the whoever's in charge of here, the Warrior Academy, then.
All right. You go to the Warrior Academy and ask who's in charge, and are pointed to a tall, sort of slim, muscular woman in armor patterned in the style of the Minervan City Guard, which there are sprites of them somewhere in all of this. Let me see if I can find them again. Because man, it has been a while. Yeah, here we are. It should be on the Minervan City sprites. So yeah, a woman with armor that is mostly modern, but it does have the sort of leather strap skirt of Minerva, and pauldrons that have leather straps designed to resemble very stylized feathers, as well as a shield bearing the face of Medusa. Not the actual head, but like a painting.
Well, yeah, because Minerva has the actual head.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
The ages.
hello.
Hi, philosopher. I was hoping we would meet.
Thank you.
I am Captain Cassiophone of the Minervan City Guard. I am at your
Captain?
service.
You did a very good job holding off the numbers of the Mars militia, despite their force
Thank you.
and gruesome
I
tactics.
apologize that we were not more prepared ahead of time, but keeping numbers up has been hard in the wake of the plague.
Great.
It is very lucky that you brought over that large beast outside.
His name is Ali.
Like- All right, Ali. It's also very fortunate that you have become our new high philosopher. I hope you will have some more practical ideas for the defense of the city. Not that I find the chimeras impractical. I'm sure we can organize them into the army without too much issue. Army, I apologize. It is a guard, not an army.
I think you need to breathe. I'm not like Stefano.
Yes, I'm sorry, ma'am.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm much better. I assure you, I'm very skilled at leading our guard.
I don't
It's-
doubt you.
I've always had trouble with this part.
Got you. Okay, I understand. I would it surprise you to hear that Minerva herself would relate to your position?
It would be a great comfort if that was true.
It is true.
So you did speak with her then?
I did. Did you see her come down?
I did. So was she as pretty in person as she?
Aw. Aw. Yes, she was.
And she smiles a bit. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're okay. Was it Cassie? Cassie what?
Sexual.
Was it Cassie what?
Cassiophone. So
Cassiophone.
it's if anyone tracks down where I got this name from, I will be pretty pleased.
It sounds familiar, but it just maybe because it's so
Yeah, it's ringing a bell somewhere.
I mean, there's a couple of other Greek names that are similar, but this one is actually a very obscure, specific Greek mythological person.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean,
Cassie.
she's not that character, obviously, because all the characters from the time of antiquity are dead by this point, other than the gods. But you know, she shares the name of an actual character from Greek mythology.
It just clicked.
Oh my god.
It just clicked in my head.
Oh
Well,
my god. Okay, no, I know what that is, TT.
I
The
don't.
daughter of Cersei and
Odysseus. No wait.
Odysseus, yes.
oh,
That's not literally her, but like
named after
a
or
descendant,
inspired by.
perhaps. TT?
Hmm?
Did you am I correct?
Yes, that is it.
Yeah. Well, Cassiophone. I am not going to run things like Stefano. I'm not going to run things at all, actually, once I get something set up. I want to form a council from the various groups of the city to govern it together.
Oh. Like the council in Old Athenia.
Yes.
That's an
And
interesting proposal.
your position and your station is a very important one to the city. If you think you can do such a task, I'd offer the spot to you.
Her eyes go wide. Of course, I will be on my best behavior and try to
Cassiophone, you do
get
not
guests.
have to. If you know a warrior who could fill that slot better, I am happy to hear it.
No, I would be proud to. I've worked very hard to maintain this position, and it has been very difficult. The old high philosopher tried to have me removed several times.
Was it because you were a woman?
Yes, and
Hesitation.
because I don't, I'm not the best at public speaking, but I do have good ideas, and I know how to run this guard.
What matters is who you are, not your speaking ability. And you protected this city when its high philosopher failed it.
And you can just see like the opposite of heartbreak when a person who's been dealt several shattering blows is suddenly feeling a surge of
Yes,
comfort and acceptance that they don't feel very often, and overwhelmed just the same way.
I get that. Oh boy, do I get that. Oh. Yes, I also am going to be placing Chimera and representative of them on the council. I trust that won't be an issue for you.
Does this mean that many of the rules that we've been enforcing on the Chimera population are being repealed?
Demolished.
That would give us a lot more time and manpower to deal with the threats that actually matter, so not a problem for me at all.
I'm going to make it so they can learn wizardry if they choose. They could join you if they choose. They're not
if we
going
could
to
actually teach them proper procedure, then integrating them into the guard would actually be significantly better. Yes, I think that's a very wise decision.
Thank you. They are an important part of this city as well, and they have not been treated as such. There's a Medusa who is the first person I spoke to. She will be joining you on the council.
She looks at the symbol on her shield. Then I think one of my first orders or requests would be for some new paint.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think that's a good idea as well. Maybe owl eyes.
I do think an owl would look really cute. I mean, really respectful for Athena on these.
Something can be respectful and visually appealing at the same time.
I should hope so.
Thank you, Cassiophone. Now,
Thank
is
you,
there
High
anything that
Philosopher.
you want to bring to my attention?
Yes. We need to tear apart that Colosseum and use it to rebuild the walls, as well as several of the missing buildings that we have lost in the attack.
Yes.
Yeah, how did they get it up so fast?
Magic.
I mean, in the sense of get the mages who did that on this construction project.
Yes, good idea.
They don't
Yes.
want to build walls. They want to build Colosseum.
Too bad. It's their choice to build walls. Go build those walls, wall builder.
Yes, that is such a waste of
If I might have a
space and
suggestion-
material. Granted. Immediately
Yes.
granted.
If I might have a suggestion,
Please.
you can use the foundation of the Colosseum after you tear it down to be the foundation of a defensive fortification or settlement.
That is
And
a
then-
good idea.
Christ, sparkle at that. That
Yeah.
could be
use the
done rather
outline to form a
effectively.
moat and then build a fortification on the inside.
Yeah, if
Draw
there's
fire.
ever a need to fall back, make it. That's a very good idea. Like
She thinks it's already made out of stone, has the high walls. If we simply make it so there are significantly less entrances on the ground level, and fortify the ones that we keep, it could make for a very powerful fortress within the city's walls. A very strong defensive position, and it's already designed so the masses can easily get into it, allowing people to evacuate into it in the possibility of another siege. That's an incredibly wise idea.
it is. Jadis smiles at Leica, just very wise. Thank you, Leica.
Like a nods.
Let me think. If you wish to reach out to any of the local chimera to aid you in any of these things, please do. They need to.
I will, and I have your permission to train them as members of the city guard as I would any person or human.
You do. Any person, yes.
These are going to be a lot of changes, and there's going to be some discontent, but I will make sure the guard does the best to keep the peace and make sure that justice is doled out for everyone, not just
Thank
the
you.
human citizens.
I would like somebody to represent the regular people of the city, and I have an idea of at least one. I want to speak to him soon, but do you know anything about the mayor?
She does a wince of a person who has to figure out how to speak nicely about a boss that's not super competent.
Oh no!
The mayor is very adept at his ceremonial duties and has become very comfortable with delegating power to the High Philosopher.
I see.
That's
Then I
the
will.
most eloquent, he is a lazy piece of shit I've ever heard.
Yeah. Well put, Cassiophone.
Oh, I did it right?
I will not be offering him a position, I think.
I
He can
think he's
continue-
happy where he is.
He can continue his ceremonial duties. But I will still speak to him.
Wise to keep him in the know.
Yes. Do you know anybody who would be a good representative of the civilians of Minervans?
Hmm. I'm not sure. A lot of the more charismatic people among the civilian populace, the plague hasn't left a lot of the social butterflies or the standing.
Understood. Thank you, Cassiopea.
You're welcome, High Philosopher.
Janus.
I am at your service.
You may call me Janus.
And you're welcome, High Philosopher Janus. She's a guard member. She's gonna refer to you by rank. That's just gonna happen.
And good work, Captain Cassiophone.
Thank you. And she has that smile of a person who's trying not to cry with how happy they've been made.
No! I will leave you to your work. I appreciate your time.
She nods, and you have successfully recruited another person to the council.
Yay! Thank you, Leica. That was extremely good advice. What gave you the idea?
Looking at it.
What? Leica?
What? What?
That was an extremely good idea. Thank you. What gave you the thought?
I mean, half the city got. Half the city got gutted where the Colosseum is built in, meaning that was the place of where most of the attack was focused on. So having a fortification built there to blunt the attack and be the focus for just seemed logical.
It's big and made of rock.
Thank you, Leica. Are you? You are. You know your way around things, Leica. I've noticed that since we came back from speaking to Minerva herself, you've seemed a little distant.
Have I?
Even now. Are you alright?
I just know things I didn't know before. That's all.
Do you want to talk about them?
No.
Alright. And I shall not push it. But we're companions, Leica. And if you need anything, I will be here for you. If you have any goals of your own that you wish to...
Once we're done with Ozymandias, we need to head to Pluton.
Alright. Then to Pluton we will go. On my word as High Philosopher, I will go to Pluton with you. It's still so weird. That's so weird, Leica. The High Philosopher was something I heard about as a child. Ooh, that's a good idea. All right, Leica, where to next? Well, which is closest? Let me look at the map. The temple, that is right there, so actually... Yeah, temple. The temple is the library, right?
No, the library is the library.
Look north.
Library.
Right
That's
in
where
the
you ambush
center
the-
of the owl's head.
Well, we'll do the temple because it's right there. Because we should also get someone from there to be on the council as well.
Alright. You go to the temple, and as soon as you enter, you see Layla Kato, the giant sphinx, lying on her back like a cat in an array of sunshine, with Eddie nestled on top of her.
Excellent. Layla, Eddie.
What?
Hello.
Eddie, look, it's the High Philosopher!
I'm still gonna need to get used to that.
Are you enjoying your new title? I forget the voice this character had, so he's getting this now.
It's a lot already. But I'm up for the challenge, I think.
Yeah, go get him.
Eddie.
Hmm?
I was recommended to you.
For what?
I hear that you know a lot more about what goes on in the city than you let on.
He sort of bows his head a little bashfully. Well, I'm around a lot, so I hear a lot of things.
That's good. That is... Being able to listen is a good, important part of wisdom.
Yeah,
You can't learn if you don't listen.
that's true.
I'm putting a council together.
Putting together a team.
There's going to be a lot of changes coming to the city. Chimera are going to be treated better, Layla.
Oh, nice.
I want you. I want to get your wings healed, if I can.
Her eyes sparkle. You mean I can fly?
I'm not going to make any immediate promises because I need to see the. Someone would need to see the extent of the damage before they can
Eddie,
promise.
do you know what this means if I can fly? You're gonna knock a lot of shit off people's roofs. I'm gonna knock so much shit off people's roofs.
I would ask that you don't.
Except
I know you were gonna be cool.
You can knock shit out of trees.
I mean, if the people deserve it, you can knock it off the roofs.
What was that?
like if others that deserve it, you can knock off the shit off the roofs.
Points at Leica. Eddie, I don't.
Layla, you shouldn't knock things off people's roofs unless they've done something to deserve it. Even if it looks like it'd fall really good and look really cool while it falls. Yeah.
I had to think about that for a moment.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. like.
If you have to do it,
I mean,
at least
she makes a
make
compelling
sure.
point.
What?
I mean, she makes a compelling point.
She does. If you have to, Layla, make sure no one's hurt and nothing's broken.
What if it breaks in a really fun way?
No, then we gotta fix it.
Well, that's
And if
okay.
you-
We can get someone to fix it. We'll
Anyway,
we'll talk about it.
so Eddie,
Yeah.
what do you? Were you born without your eyesight?
He withdraws a little bit. No.
May I ask what happened? Or would you rather not?
It's okay, Eddie. He's not here anymore.
Oh.
I was an apprentice of Stefano.
Oh!
There was an experiment we were working on, and I disagreed with him about certain amounts, and he made me do it his way, and it didn't go off right, and
I'm so sorry, Eddie.
and because I couldn't see anymore, they said I couldn't do wizardry and it wasn't safe for everyone, so
That's ridiculous.
and I didn't have anything to fall back on, so he shrugs, and Layla goes down and starts licking his hair.
Oh. Eddie. You've been extremely wronged by this city.
But it's my home.
It is. But the city needs to make amends to you. I don't know where to start. You can stay with Layla here full time if you desire.
If he had eyes, if his eyes worked well, they would go wide at that.
Mm-hmm.
Saying I could live here?
I'll speak to the clergy, but I don't think it'll be a problem. You are close to our Sphinx. You take care of each other, it seems like. And
He
the city...
smiles and stands up and hugs you.
Oh!
and whispers thanks and gratitude, and then Layla stands up and just sort of not quite hugs you both, but does that does essentially a cat thing where she essentially lays on top of you both.
Thank you.
Nuzzling you both with her head.
Oh, okay. I can help.
You hear the word. You hear like a mother or something.
There's a purr like a motorboat.
What did she mutter?
Being banished was too good for him.
Oh, yeah. No, honestly, she is right with you right now. She's having thoughts.
So,
Layla, I'm in a lot of enemy clothing. This is making it very hard to breathe.
Layla gets off.
Thank you, Layla.
I know she does, but she also needs to stop crushing Janice.
Oh my god.
That's my job.
Fuck. God. You need to doodle these two together, Lydia. Eddie. I'm putting this council together, and I want your input. Captain Cassiaphone, Medusa Warrior, are so far. I'm sorry, it's a new name. I'm not good at remembering names.
Calubria. Well, it would be a Gorgon warrior. Saying a Medusa warrior is like saying a
All right, right.
know,
Gorgon
a
Warrior.
Dracula knight.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
a Lincoln president.
Okay, but a Dracula Knight is actually a really fucking sick name.
You know, a Hercules
Yeah, that is
man.
actually really good.
Yeah. A Gorgon Warrior and Captain Cassiaphone are going to put on this council immediately. I mean, well, not. I mean, they're the first two I've talked to. Do you think that either of those are bad choices?
No. Cassiophone's worked really hard to keep the guard in shape through some pretty tough times. Always chafed against Stefano Milan, but managed to keep her post. She's got the loyalty of the guard on her side.
That speaks well of her as well. I got a good beat off of her.
I don't know much about the Gorgon warrior, but I think putting a Gorgon specifically on the council is a pretty good show of that things are changing, given that they've basically just been used as stock for Chimera baiting tournaments in the past.
We're demolishing Chimera baiting.
Oh, good. That always made me really uncomfortable, says Layla.
Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable.
It's like everyone views non-humans as like a disposable class of people in this city, and that just doesn't seem right to me.
It's not. It's something that I want to work on changing. You've been wronged by the city too, Layla.
Hmm?
They clipped your wings. That's terrible.
Oh. Yeah, that is fucked up.
Yes, it is. And I'm going to speak to people about maybe helping you regrow them. I'll take a look myself. At some
I've changed my
point.
mind. You're a cool high philosopher again.
I'm a chimera, Layla.
Oh.
I'm a chimera of 2 humans, but
Oh. Well, I mean, that's still good.
It's like, yeah,
what?
it's like, oh, cool. Oh, that's cool.
I don't know how to take that. Eddie,
Yeah.
with what you know of the city, who do you think would be a good representative for the Chimera besides from this Gorgon warrior?
Can I help you, Buster?
He looks up at Layla. Well, there is the High Weaver. She's a Arachne that was put in charge of weaving for Minerva.
Good idea.
She knows textiles really well. She has the respect of a lot of the Arachnes, and she
What?
was given a degree of power and respect that her kind normally aren't afforded. So she'd know what to do with the position.
That's a very good thought.
No, he's not.
I like that a lot. Eddie. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. I want somebody from the academy. Maybe somebody from here. I want a representative of the people. Oh man, there's a lot of work to do. Thank you, Eddie. I will, if you'd be willing to offer your counsel, I'd be happy to hear it.
Of course.
Who do you think would be work? Who could represent the people? Not the mayor.
Well, out of character, you actually have a pretty good representative right here.
That is my thoughts as well, but I want to see what he says.
He thinks for a while. I don't know. There are a lot of good people in this city, but most of them have gotten used to just sort of following the conventional wisdom. I don't know a lot of people besides you who'd be willing to stand up for the little guy.
I think that settles my decision then. Do you have a last name, Eddie?
Yes, he definitely should.
I mean, he might not. Some
It's
people
Rex.
might
Eddie Rex.
No, because I don't really want to lean hard into the Oedipus comparisons. I really don't.
It's a good thing his mom is dead, right?
Oh my god.
Don't worry,
Yes,
the
thankfully.
only mothers he'll be fucking are MILFs.
Making a lot of assumptions so he can get Full Metal Alchemist into the cat lady he's seeing.
This line of thought just
Edward
gets worse and
Melfi.
worse.
Yes, it does.
Edward Melfi. Yep, okay, we got it.
God damn it.
Edward Melfi.
Edward Melfi,
Hi, Harry.
would you
Okay,
join
Melfi.
this council and represent the people of Minervans?
After all, he does kind of bum around the whole town. He keeps his ear to the ground.
Yeah.
He looks a little stunned by that proposal, and as he does, he feels Layla rest her chin on his head and says, "You should do it. Think of what everyone could learn from you."
Aww.
Okay, I'll do my best.
I don't doubt that. Welcome to the council.
He smiles and shakes your hand.
Aww. Yeah, alright. Excellent. Do you think there's anyone here in the temple that would be interested in a spot?
Layla perks up.
Oh no! A religious leader, perhaps.
Layla perks up.
A bullet.
Looks at it. Eddie?
I think there's a right answer to that question and a safe answer to that question. And the safe answer is right here. He points to Layla. So that's the one you're getting in this situation.
Respect, but also not helpful.
Yes. Thank you, Eddie.
Don't
Layla's
worry, she'll probably
tail
get bored of the position.
whips from side to side as she looks expectantly.
Oh no!
No.
I will be back to speak to you, Layla. That wasn't a yes, but I will be back.
Even
to speak to you,
if she may not, you have to put her in charge of the religion, but she clearly wants to do something, and maybe you could give her the
Yes.
job of being the
Riddle
official
master?
bird watcher of the city or something. She has to fly overhead and ensure nothing is up on the roofs that shouldn't be. She could knock them down.
Actually, Layla, I have a better spot for you, I think.
Hmm?
You are our Sphinx, of course, but
Guardian of the city.
once we get your wings healed, I think you would be a very good aerial observer. See if there's anything that looks dangerous coming, see if there's anything happening in the city below you. To give you a
Want
reason.
me to watch mermaids.
No, I knew that's where this was going.
What? I didn't. I don't understand.
She wants you to fly up, sweetie, not watch aerials.
Oh, god damn it. I want you to watch the skies.
Oh, because Ariel is also the name of a sky spirit.
Yes. I want you
I
to
get
spot
it. Wow, maybe
Once
you
we-
should be the riddle master.
Well, I think you're going to have your hands full, your paws full, with being our Sphinx
Paws,
and
yes.
watching the skies.
Oh, that would be really fun. There's so many birds up there.
Yes. Now don't eat any owls.
Yeah, they're all full of bones. Like
And
they
you can
puke up
report-
bones all the time.
You can
The
report
pigeons.
anything that you see to Eddie or Cassiaphone or anyone who's on the council.
Okay, I will.
Good.
I'm the aerial observer.
Yes, you are.
I'm gonna watch all the sky spirits. Yep, there you are.
Eddie, would you like to come with us?
Oh, sure. I'm gonna go do council business. See you when I get home. And Layla
Aw.
smiles at him and lets him go.
I wait till we're out of this, out of sight and hearing, and whew. I'm sure she's wonderful, but I don't know. Council member is the best spot for her.
I think we've given her a really good position, so
Yeah, it is one that is both, it is important and something that yeah.
I can talk to Priestess Lysistrata.
Okay.
She works in the temple. She hasn't been promoted very far, but she's always been very compassionate
That's
and
important.
helpful to others, and I think she would bring some very new ideas that that our city could really benefit from. And she would know not to take the shit of some of the old guard.
Done. I will trust your judgment on that. You doing all right, Eddie?
Yeah. Thank you for making all these changes.
I love this city, Eddie.
I do too.
But
And
it's not.
It's about time we made it be as great as it could be.
Agreed.
I'll go talk to the priestess for you. And he smiles and goes back into the temple to
Aw.
recruit Lysistrata for you.
Awesome. Ah. So, do the rest
What
of
are
you
next? We got John Hammerschmidt. Gotta talk to Beatrice. There's the necromancer. There's the mayor. And also check on
Alright.
the old creep that got kicked out. What's happened to him?
Yeah, gang.
What happened to that
Well,
old creep?
What do the rest of you want to have a scene, since this has been a lot of me?
This is what you wanted. You wanted to make changes.
I know.
Yeah.
It has been the Janice and Leica show for a little bit. Would
It's
you guys
your
like to do?
city, Janice.
Oh no! Do you guys want to go do the necromancy thing? I command it.
Do the necromancer thing.
All right, I got the shovel.
Excellent.
All right,
All right,
Bubo's perch.
All right. At Bubo's perch, you do see the hulking form of that guy with the big triangular helmet. Sitting next to a little guy who looks like he'd be voiced by Jason Alexander in the 90s.
Obviously, I know who that is, but why don't you explain to Nora?
George Costanza from Seinfeld.
One of the
Oh.
gargoyles from Hunchback.
Or the creepy thief guy who released Jafar in Aladdin 2, The Return of Jafar. Remember Aladdin 2? Return of Jafar?
That was the one where he might need glasses, right?
Yeah.
Har har har. All right, let's hit up that necromancer. How to approach this?
Damn it. Damn it. How are we gonna get an in with the new high philosopher? I don't know who this Crowmask person is at all. Damn.
Alex will. Say, I saw your partner here fighting in the tournament.
Yo. Hey, you look like you've got money, kid. Go ahead, have a seat.
Sits down. Your partner isn't much one for talking.
Oh no. He's a bit slow in the head, you know. Mind of a child.
That's so. How'd you come to meet such a strapping warrior?
Oh, it's a sad story. Yeah, his family abandoned him. I took him in, built him into the man he is today.
Really? Oh, must have some great stories then.
Oh, you know.
What's his name?
Well, I just sort of call him, Sonny. View him like a son, you know? Like my own kid. Never had a family of my own, so.
I know what it's like to be adopted.
The giant ghoulish figure sitting at the table with you slowly turns his big helmeted head at you, and even though you can't really see his face beneath it, you can feel his glare like daggers on you.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right, Sonny. This guy's a friend.
I'm sure he's. I'm sure he is affable once he gets used to you.
You know, he's slow to warm up is the thing, but listens to instructions really well if I'm the one giving them.
Yes, I saw him participating in the tournament on your behalf, I assume?
Yes, yeah, I'm Draven the Magnificent.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you.
You note that he says magnificent with a hard K sound.
Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't actually know how it's pronounced.
Say, but you seem like a scholarly sort.
It's sweet of you to notice. Yeah, I'm a bit of a wizard, self-taught.
Really now?
Yeah. Got a good number of grimoires in my possession. It's pretty great. I mean, he looks at you and he's like, it's the funniest thing. You look just vaguely familiar to me, but I can't quite place it.
I've been getting that a lot lately. But, yeah, no, a self-taught wizard, that is certainly impressive. Hey, Cassidy.
Cassidy manifests.
Oh,
Holy
he's not
shit.
speaking. Oh, yeah, I was gonna, I want to address, Lydia out of character. Because I do want to involve her in this scene. While Alex is chatting up our good friend here. Hey, how confident is Cassidy in stealing someone's belongings right off their person?
Well, she swapped a dude's precious gemstone for a half-eaten apple, so reasonably confident.
You think you could maybe peruse his belongings for them grimoires he's talking about?
Okay, what do I roll for that?
That's if you
Well,
want to do it.
I do.
The stock rule in Fabula Ultima is if it makes sense that your character can just do a thing, I can just let your character do a thing.
That's true.
You are a
Like,
ghost.
You're a ghost. I feel like you should be allowed to just invisibly phase through and steal shit out of someone's bag. So, like, while GM rules are like, you gotta make that a check because that's a pretty game-changing shit. On the other hand, you should be able to just do the thing.
What if I rolled discretion and just so long as it's not a really fucking terrible roll?
Yeah, I say that's fair. That's a nice balance.
That's a really
It's
good
gotta
roll.
be like a 10 or more. Yep, well, there you are.
Jesus Christ,
I
15!
mean, that's like one shy of like the suggested highest difficulty roll of a check. So I mean,
Oh my god!
there you are. Yeah. So yeah, you managed to very easily just reach into his bag, grab his grimoires, and really any of the stuff that you want, and just suck
What
it
all
into
the-
the ectoplasmic pocket dimension that you store shit in when you don't need it right away.
Well, what else is there in there?
Well, there are several chapbooks of woodcut nude art.
Taking those?
About 500 Zenit.
Taking that?
A few mostly picked over turkey bones that still
Taking
have some
those?
meat on them. It's a
Why are you
little
taking
bit
those?
gross.
Taking those?
Look, spite thieving
some-
has no reason.
A blanket for
Taking that?
sleeping.
I can't believe you still
And then,
called Blanky, you monster.
A teddy bear, like a worn little teddy bear.
Taking that?
All right, there you go.
You stole Kid's blanket and his teddy bear.
I think you just took the man's entire bag. You Skyrim pickpocketed this man.
Yeah!
If he followed wasn't pickpocketed his bed, he could have left a landmine in his pocket.
There's one other thing. There's a letter in there.
Taking that?
What's on that letter?
Well, what's the letter say, PT?
Well, are you reading it?
Yeah.
Cassidy.
Cassie, as you read the letter in your little ghostly pocket dimension, it's essentially a rejection letter. It's like, Dear Craven the Magnificent, I have noted your many missives requesting access to the city of Emerald Towers, and specifically into my close circle of trusted mages. And given the determination you have shown in insistently sending these missives, I have decided to give you the respect of replying to you myself. No. I refuse. I reject you. I summarily do not want you in my city. I think you are a terrible wizard. I think you are mistaking brutality and cruelty with pragmatism. I think your devotion to the art of necromancy shows not only a lack of moral character, but, to be quite frank, a complete lack of work ethic. I view you as a disgusting embarrassment to my art form. And if I were not a man of learning and understanding, I would kill you where you stand. I do not want you here. Stop asking to come into my city.
So you
One
keep
God, Ozymandias.
You know what?
You got it.
Fair.
Yeah. That was way more respectful than he could have been.
He actually goes up a notch in my book.
Yeah, honestly, that's the best thing I've seen.
It's hilarious that our first brush with the fucking, like, one of the big characters of the plot who's being built up is a sad rejection letter.
To his
Cassidy
fanboy.
fans herself after that burn.
I will continue chatting up Craven. It's like, so, if you don't mind me asking, what exactly was your, what boon would you have asked if you had won the tournament?
Well, really, I didn't care about talking to the goddess. You know, I'm not even sure gods are real. I know that we got stories about them, but like, have they been around recently? But I guess she showed up, so I guess that's actually true. But I don't really view gods as something that we should be talking to. I figured if I could get respected by the high philosopher and Minervans, it might open some doors for me, you know?
It's a fucking desperate fanboy.
Listen, there's I don't know if you've heard about it. There's this city. It's next to Bacchanalia and the fucking sex place, you know, where they worship the love goddess. It's beautiful. They got these towers that are gilded and covered in emeralds. They shine. And they say that no one there got the plague. They say that everyone there was safe. And the wizard who lives there, the sort of the king, I guess. His name's Ozymandias, and he's just the greatest. And if I could just learn under him, see all the stuff he's gathered, I could be the greatest.
You know,
But the damn guy's got really high standards for letting people in.
Oh yes, I know the types. But
Yes, if I could find a philosopher's stone, then I'd have an easy out. But fuck, the things are hard to make. I was talking to my friend Ranzigar, but he stopped responding to my messages a while ago.
Oh my god.
That too is a. I think I've heard of that wizard. Very, very skilled.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, Ranzigar's a fucking dumbass, but I'll tell him this, he gets results.
I would like to. I'm curious if this would work.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll look to Sunny. It's like, oh there, friend. Does Craven here teach you well? He's been giving you such a glowing review. Does he treat you well?
Okay. I would like you to make a double willpower check right now.
Uh-oh.
Alrighty.
As you attempt to talk to this hulking figure next to Craven, you feel your heart stop beating, like suddenly, in your chest. And your body becomes cold and numb. But then you feel like a spark of fire in the center where your heart is, slowly warming you from within. Is it time? Are you finally waking up?
What? Who?
You finally know what you are? This pitiful ape body is not what you are.
Oh.
You are a Charnel.
You are more a Charmiel than any that has lived before you for generations. Reach out and break this one's chains.
Well,
You want to spend that fabula point?
already done.
Okay, good.
Fuck.
Your third eye, or your mind's eye, awakens for the first time in your life, and you see the world of spirits as it intersects with the world of mortals. You see everyone's souls rather than their physical bodies alone. You see Cassidy, even though she's hidden in her pocket world, because now you see into that world partially. You see the souls of everyone around you glowing brightly. The very rancid and wretched soul of Craven, and then you see the soul of this hulking brute, which, as you look at it, you see that so much of its body is artificial, it's built up, projected, and at the heart of it is a child of no more than 4 years. Its body is wrapped heavily in chains which are connected to Craven.
He blinks. Even though he's blinking with his physical eyes, but he's still seeing into the spirit realm. So it almost does nothing.
As you do, you also take notice of your own body interlapped with your soul, and it's not human anymore. It's scaly.
Is this a moment in time kind of thing, or is Craven noticing I'm kind of spacing out?
Like, this is like what I'm taking takes much longer to describe than it takes you to notice it.
Mm-hmm.
So like this is all happening in like a matter of like maybe a couple of seconds. A small lull in the conversation, but not the kind of lull that's impossible to explain. And
right.
Craven's kind of just sort of yammering on about himself anyway. So it's not like he's actually paying that much attention to you.
Oh, that's perfect then. Yeah, he'll blink again. He's focusing on the projection, this impression of a child within this hulking beast of a man, and he'll try to take on like the softest voice possible. It's like he kind of like his head kind of cocks. It's like, hello.
The child within the brute looks at you. It's the first time he's been addressed rather than the monster that's been built around him.
Hey, are you lost?
They nod very fearfully.
You poor thing. He'll extend. He'll reach out with that arm that is scaly, and I imagine everything's kind of hazy and foggy.
Yeah. It's a little bit like, ring vision in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Yeah, he's reaching out with his hand towards those invisible spectral chains, just kind of out of curiosity, seeing how hazy it all is, and
they begin to fray at your approach. Like the energy radiating off of your hand makes the fabric of these chains, the cords, the threads that make them up, begin to unravel and fall apart. And you hear that voice again. Yes. You're awakening. Finally. I've been caged inside you so long.
We can discuss this later. Can we help this boy?
Yes. Grab it. Grab the chain. Break it.
Yeah, he's still reaching out. He grabs a hold of the chain, kind of twists his hand, notices there are talons at the end of those hands, and he just starts squeezing as hard as he can.
The chain of binding this soul to this necromancer disintegrates. Like it breaks apart at not really the molecular level, because ectoplasm isn't made of molecules in the same sense as matter, but at that, like, you know, the particulate level, it breaks. And as it does in the purely mortal world, everyone in the bar watches as the giant begins to turn into steam and vapor. What the fuck? The hulking creature of that triangular helmet dissipates into the raw ectoplasm and reforms as the ghostly spirit of a child before it disappears in a flash of light. In the spirit world, you see a ray of light emerge from above, and the child floats into it and disappears out of your eyesight.
He's blinking a few times, and I assume his vision goes back to normal.
Yep. Did you just vaporize my Myrtle Baron?
Is there any reaction to that word? Or any significance to Alex?
Roll an insight check. Difficulty is 16 because it's a very obscure bit of magic, but there is a possibility that it was mentioned by your auntie. Or any of your other aunties and grannies.
I get an opportunity, apparently.
It is a critical success. So those are a guaranteed win, even if they're below the roll. All right. You've heard the word Mordobairn, which he's mispronounced, but it's close enough that you can get it, mentioned by your auntie Miranda a couple of times as one of the worst pieces of magic, one of the worst spells that there is, but there was no elaboration beyond that. Just one of the things that she offhandedly mentioned with disgust when talking about the practicings of lesser wizards and witches.
Yeah, he cocks his head. He's not really like looking at Craven. He's looking at his hand, with which he snapped that chain. Without turning his head, his eyes move over to Craven, and quick as a viper, his hand like snaps and grabs his collar.
Hey! What are you doing? We're friends. You just vaporized my guy, but that's okay. I can make another one.
You see, that's the thing, friend. I think you just confessed that was a Mordobairn. You know, a forsaken child?
Hey, Alex, what's the
other
Mordobairn?
Patrons are noticing that. They're like, this guy got like a child ghost? What the fuck's going on here?
Hey, Alex, what's the Mordobairn? Cassidy manifests.
Oh, yes, I recall what that is now. You see, it's what happens when somebody is so... What's the most appropriate word to describe you right now, friend? It's, someone with callous disregard for the sanctity of life that, such a subpar necromancer. They're the kind who resurrect and imprison the spirits of children. Would that describe you, Craven?
You know, I just realized I left something on in my room and I need to
His
take
grip
care of.
has not released on his shirt.
So, you know, if you'll just let me go.
Let you go. He's still wearing a smile. He's affecting politeness and civility.
You should kill
let,
him.
let you go.
Rip his throat out with your teeth.
Holy shit.
See, yeah, you know, I should let you go. Yes, I should let you go on your own way out of this city.
Burn him.
Or maybe I should just let you go from this life. If you're such a great necromancer, maybe you could come back.
Starts to back away.
I mean, if you're such a great necromancer, maybe you'll find a way back,
He looks and he's like,
Oh. Got it. I know where I've seen you before. Yeah.
he smiles and says,
You're gonna make me a lot of money, kid.
before snapping his fingers and disappearing in a puff of purple smoke.
Yeah, that fist was so tightly gripped around his hand that with him now gone, and he's now clenched in such a tight grip that his nails are digging into his palm. Putting a smile back on. Sorry about that, everyone. I saw a rat and had to take care of it.
Everyone at the Boobo's Perch nods in the way of people who really want the person who was just very scary to not attack them.
I don't think I caught that whole conversation. Was that big guy? Was that a kid?
Yes, Cassidy, that was a child. Apologies for disturbing your evening, everyone. I'll take my leave now.
Alright. It's 9:52 my time. Is our hard cutoff at 10 or 11?
I think Lydia said 11.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's wrap up the last of our business.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it for you right now, Lydia?
9:59. Oh yeah.
9:53.
Okay.
Okay. So 9:53. So we're good.
School.
Yay! Let's all go to the school. So you go to Beatrice to offer her a promotion.
Knock, knock.
Hey, high philosopher.
Uh,
Hey, if you don't want the title, don't get the promotion.
hey, no, I'm just adjusting still.
Mm-hmm.
So, Beatrice, I'm sure you saw Stefano is gone.
Yeah, I saw.
So like she's head of the school now, right? That's the promotion.
That and putting her on the council, I believe, was the plan for a good long time. I mean, it's your game. You can do what you want.
You're head of the school now.
Yeah.
You know,
All right. You we went over that bit. It's going pretty well. Is that what you're checking up on?
No, there's more. This is Eddie.
Hey.
And you know Leica.
Yeah, I like it.
For one, I told you that I can't stay long term yet. I have other things I need to do in Mediterra, let alone for Minerva.
Yeah, we discussed this that that's
Right.
just gonna take some work with everybody to keep things going in your stead, and to be quite frank, we shouldn't have everything depend on one high philosopher anyway.
No. But I didn't want to leave you alone.
Okay.
And Minerva herself chose a person to stay by your side. She's a Gorgon woman.
Oh, the fighter from the tournament?
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty smart.
She's also joining the council.
Also pretty smart.
Thank you. The council's been getting formed. Captain Cassiopone is in the council. The Gorgon warrior will be meeting you in not too long, I'm sure. Eddie here, he's representative of the people. He knows what it's like to be part of the city, but not in a position of he knows what the common person is going through in Minervans.
Beatrice nods, thinks so. Me, the Gorgon lady, Cassiopone, Eddie, and
The Sphinx.
No, she's not part of the council. I want to talk
Priestess
to
Priestess Lysistrata.
Priestess Lysistrata.
So that's 5. It's not a
I would
terrible
like-
council.
I would like to talk to what was the Arachne's name?
The High Weaver.
I'd like to talk to the High Weaver. She's in a position of power, so she knows what that's like. She's a chimera, which I think is important to have more than just one on the council.
Right.
And she should know what it's been like for at least the other Arachne, probably the other chimera as a whole.
So that would be 6.
I want one more,
We would,
at least.
yeah, we wouldn't have a tiebreaker vote.
Exactly. Leica did suggest that perhaps the people as a whole could vote
Okay.
if there's a need of a tiebreaker.
Leica didn't suggest that.
So, we did.
That's Gore.
Oh, go ahead.
Hey.
Gore. Okay. Hey, shut up. Gore suggested that we could have the people as a whole vote to break the tie, if it comes up.
We'd have to build some infrastructure, but that could be one of the first things we do as a council.
Yeah, I don't hate that idea for sure.
There's also the fact that as the High Philosopher, in the event of a tie, we could contact you to be the tie-breaking vote.
That's also
You
That's
have a
also
crystal
true.
ball, right?
yes.
So, and that's not too unfeasible even with you traveling around.
And if you just want to check in, that's okay too.
I mean, that's unrelated to council stuff, but yeah, obviously I'm gonna check in.
Beatrice, do you want the spot?
Yeah. There's a lot of reforms that the school needs. And I would like to try my hand at enacting them. I would like to help out people on behalf, and I think I can do that while taking care of the baby. If I have some help, and if I'm not the only one on the council, then I think this could work.
You have someone you trust who can hold the position if you are indisposed because of.
I have a few
everything.
teachers in mind.
Okay. This is kind of insane, Beatrice.
Yeah, we've done a whole structural overhaul of the city very quickly, but I guess that's what happens when a goddess literally steps in.
Things are going to be a bit rocky.
But better, I think. At least when we get done.
I hope so.
Hopefully in a way that stays. You've done good.
You think so?
I mean, a goddess literally stepped in. It's really hard to criticize. As validation goes, I think that's pretty much as high as it gets.
Yeah, but you're my big sister. That's
Aw.
kind of a special place.
Don't go farther with that sentiment, or we're both in trouble.
What? No, I'm saying that's kind of a special position in my life, being my big sister.
Yes, it is. But just don't imply that my opinion matters more to you than Minerva's. That could
No,
go really bad.
God, no.
Yeah, we got to be careful. Is all I'm saying.
Minerva knows that's not what I mean.
Right. Just so we all know that. Perhaps you're imagining it, but a part of it feels acknowledgement by some grand cosmic force that yes, she knows that you mean it what you mean.
Yes. The Weaver's the last person I need to talk to, I think.
Well, get your ass over there then. What are you waiting for?
But they stand up straighter. Beatrice, do you accept the position?
Yeah, of course you do.
Oh, come on.
Come on, don't be formal with me. I'm your sister.
Yeah, but I wanted to do the thing.
Okay, fine. I'll pretend. All right. Yes.
Beatrice,
Yes, I take this.
All right. You've ruined the moment already.
You ruined it. You ruined it.
All right.
You ruined it.
I am your big sister.
I live to ruin everything.
Sort of my job.
They give her a hug.
She hugs back.
All right.
All right. Go on. Go be the high philosopher.
I will.
Fuck. Don't be the high philosopher. Fine, I will.
God.
Jeez.
To the Weaver.
Be the high philosopher, I guess. Oh man.
I hope the others
All right.
are doing.
Yeah, what are the others doing at the moment? Good answer. All right, so you go to the Weaver. She is currently in the Merchants Guild because Well, recently, all of the artisan shops and tapestry shops and all the places where they displayed weaving, were burned down by the Mars militia. So, kind of rebuilding things in a section that has been secluded off for her and the other Arachnes to work. You can tell her right away because she is the largest and oldest Arachne and the one that the others are immediately deferring to. Likely in this position, in part because of seniority.
Okay.
She's much taller than Gwendolyn is, because spiders keep growing, and female spiders in particular have a very large disparity in how big they grow from male spiders, and so Arachnes, much like their a similar sort of Midgheim creature, Ettercaps, the females do get really big the older they get. So she towers above you a little bit when you approach.
It's Great Weaver or High Weaver?
Yeah, the Great Weaver or High Weaver, they're both synonymous.
High Weaver.
Ah, High Philosopher. We
Janice.
are working. Sorry, High Philosopher Janice. We are working
No,
very
you-
diligently.
It's all right. You can just call me Janice if you prefer.
Right. High Philosopher Janice. We are working very diligently in reestablishing the various tapestry and textile shops that have made Minervan so
Hi,
great in
High
terms of...
Weaver.
Yes?
Do not overwork yourselves. If
Thank you. We will...
If you think that there are people who could help you with this job, please. The choice. All right, the city of Minervans has not treated you as it should have.
She blinks at that. Please elaborate, High Philosopher.
Your people, Chimera, Arachne, have been very mistreated by the governing body of this city.
Who hasn't? Not in character, but
Yeah.
it's the government. Who hasn't been mistreated by it?
Rich men.
Hey,
That's about it.
you haven't been allowed. You've been treated as second-class citizens. You've been unallowed to learn what you want to. Forced into certain positions, and that's wrong. And I am seeking to make change. High Philosopher, High Weaver, I am putting together a council of people of this city to govern it moving forward. Would you be part of this council to represent the Chimera and weaving, textiles, art?
She pauses for a moment and thinks. High Philosopher, how much do you know about spiders?
Not too much, I'm afraid.
They say the goddess Minerva made the first spider out of the mortal woman Arachne. Arachne had offended Minerva by boasting about her pride as a seamstress and saying that the goddess herself was incapable of matching her in skill. That in itself was not enough. It was the fact that when competing against Minerva to prove her skill, Arachne chose to make fun of not only Minerva but her entire family with a tapestry that was beautifully made yet incredibly vulgar and cruel towards the gods. For that, Minerva chastised Arachne and forced her to learn humility, which broke the woman's spirit so much she tried to hang herself. But out of mercy, Minerva turned Arachne into a spider so that Arachne could survive and live and show her talents while knowing humility. You come to me now and tell me that you are going to raise me from my place and give my people what this town has denied them for quite some time. Spiders catch prey with traps. They lay webs and trip lines and wait for others to fall for the bait and then wrap them up and kill them slowly. So do not take offense when I look at this offer with suspicion,
I do not at all take offense.
for this sounds like a trap. This sounds like you are trying to get me to admit to some destructive pride, to think that I think myself above the station you have given me,
No.
so that you may then destroy me for my hubris.
I I understand. There's no offense. And even if there was, you are rightful to be upset.
She watches you very closely as you say this.
Do you know
If
when?
I thought that her eyes flash. Has she gotten in trouble again?
No.
She is a good
She is a
Arachne. She is
intelligent, talented wizard's apprentice. My apprentice.
and the High Weaver looks taken aback. Not like outraged, but just very
Shocked.
surprised.
I saw her attempting to take some books because she just wanted to learn. And that's a wonderful thing. I didn't know she was an Arachne. She put together a very good disguise. Once I found out, I started to see what was wrong in the city. She's got such a brilliant mind. Her starting point was going to one of the most difficult questions about chimera and magic that we've run into and have not solved. And I want to nurture her in her learning and teach her what I know.
Let me talk to Gwen, and if she corroborates what you've said, then I will join this council on behalf of my people. But if this is a trap,
If it is a trap,
my people were chosen by Athena, by Minerva,
your people,
and I will spend my dying breath praying to her for justice.
if this is a trap, then I will join you in those prayers.
She gives you a nod of respect. High philosopher.
Hi, Weaver. Joining you will be a human known as Eddie.
The vagrant?
Yes, he will be representing the people of Minervans. He knows what their lives are like, the struggles they have gone through.
That he
Perhaps
does.
more than perhaps anybody in this city.
Yes.
Additionally, there's a Gorgon warrior. She will be joining the council.
Well, she's gonna have a harder time than I do.
Why is that?
This town has not been kind to Gorgons.
That is true. Although on that note, Captain Cassiaphone is another. And her first request was for paint to remove the depictions of Gorgon's heads on shields.
We shall. It's not entirely my department, but I can talk to the other merchants.
I trust you to do what is important for Minervans. There is someone from the temple. What was her name? High Priestess
Lysistrata.
Lysistrata. I am told that she is willing to fight for these new changes that will be coming to Minervans.
She has been very outspoken.
Good. And the new leader of the college, Beatrice. This time Janice is like trying to, you're gauging her expression with that.
She shows neither like supreme delight or dismissal. She just it's
Okay.
a good choice.
She is my sister, but like it would have been my choice regardless, as I'm erring on the side of the people who run our various institutions and taking in any.
If she
Worse
is
the contrary.
meeting your standards, then I'm sure she will be adequate. I do not know anyone from the college very well. My people are not allowed to
They
discuss
are
anything
now.
in relation to education.
Your people, from here forward, are allowed to do whatever they please. They may join the they may join the guard. They may learn wizardry. Whatever they choose. The chimera baiting is being demolished. The Colosseum will become a safe place for our people should we need it.
I hope you are speaking true. Those would be very welcome changes.
I'm sorry for how you've been treated, High Weaver.
I've been treated very well, given a position of respect among my kind. But for
But
the
you
sake of my fellow Arachnes, I think these changes will be very welcome.
Good. I wanted people who knew what the climate of the city have been going through. And you, aside from being a chimera of the city who has much experience, you're also well versed in the things extremely important to Minerva. I still extend my apologies.
They are accepted.
Janice bows their head. Thank you,
She
High
bows
Weaver.
back. High philosopher.
I hope this is the beginning of Minervans being what it should have always been.
I do as well. We shall strive to make a better future.
Yes. It has been a pleasure, High Weaver. If you ever wish, if you have any questions or anything that you want to bring to my attention, please.
I will not hesitate to that.
Good.
All right. Hey, we got another one.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what that means. You got to check on the mayor, and you got to check on the creep.
Creep?
Yeah, oh, that old creep who got kicked out.
Oh, yeah.
What happened to that old creep? Where is he right now?
Yes,
And we
you
also
know
wanted
what?
to talk
I can do that. Or if Gore wants to,
If you
someone
want.
wants to
I
accompany
mean,
me.
like it really was to go do that.
You can go do that. You can take the other
Alex
and go
was-
do that.
Yeah, Alex was storming out of the, or not storming out, but he was leaving the inn anyways.
Like she just
Beat
wants
up.
to talk to him. You know,
Gore's fine.
Just
he
wanna
got,
talk to him.
he got out of got out of talking about politics. He's completely fine. Just sitting at the end
Yeah,
going,
hey.
wow, I didn't get volunteered for
I'm-
shit. Awesome.
Janice actually is going to like meet up with everybody, like, so we can just take notes, switch around the party.
Oh, they did not notice that I did not volunteer for any of this shit. Great.
Exactly. He made one or two suggestions and let them go, and he's like, fuck yeah, they forgot about me. Awesome. Where's the wine?
Alex,
pops open the Gorgon wine.
Alex, Leica, you wanted to go check on our former high philosopher?
Yeah, check is. Yeah, sure. So check
Yeah,
is-
Alex is not looking so hot since you last saw him.
Yeah, there's a pause when she sees you. Alex, are you all right?
It's a whole thing. Let's check on the former high philosopher. If he knows what's good for him, he'll have left.
They put a hand on your shoulder, Alex.
Mhm.
What happened? What's
Uh,
this?
As I said, it's a whole thing. I'll tell you later.
Janice, do you know what a mortarbaron is?
Do I?
Well, you've got some schooling and you know witchcraft. Go ahead and make a double insight check. Difficulty 13.
All right. Double insight.
Yeah.
Aw.
You can always
Wow.
spend fabula points.
How
Oh,
about
You renamed your character yet?
Let's see. No, I it's that is literally it's. What is my insight? Is that a D8 or D10?
D10. I'm looking at your roll.
Hmm.
You'd have to roll.
I would need to get at least a 9 to succeed on that. It was so bad.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
not like
you can
we're
always re-roll that one. Spend fabula point. We all get more XP.
Yeah, it's not like
Hey,
we're
yeah,
hoarding
that's true.
fabula points.
That's true. Yeah, you fuck it. Fabulous point spent.
like it? Know anything?
It's gonna be a 16 for you, but I'll let you roll it.
Sounds like it's relatively obscure. Damn!
Yeah, you don't know shit.
Might as well roll like a double insight.
With a 1 into a
Double
1.
insight.
Yep.
This is
Wow.
again a very obscure piece of magic that an entire book had, was written about characters having trouble figuring it out. So I mean, I can't just give this to you. It's not. It's the opposite of common knowledge.
You'll get you.
Wow, I rolled a no. I'm not familiar.
None of us
That's
That's like a roll 12, but oh well.
None of us are
It's
specialized
got to be
in
a
the area.
16.
Like I said, that's why I said oh well.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar. Cash, what do you? Why?
The really big guy with the helmet, that was like a kid.
What?
Yeah, okay, actually, I will give you this, Leica. You don't know what a Mortal Baron is, but you are from Bretance, and thus you would know the breakdown of those two words. Morto means death, Bairn means child, generally young
Death
child.
child.
Like anywhere from a baby to like a 5-year-old.
Mortal Baron. I don't like what those two words entail.
Cassidy was a child? What?
That means dead child.
Alex is just the creature that participated in the tournament on that wizard's behalf. Had the soul of a child, a literal child, pulled
You're
from
very
beyond
quiet.
the pit. That thing was animated by the soul of a dead child. It was bound to his service.
You killed him, right?
No, he escaped. Though I understand Cassidy managed to purloin most of his belongings.
Cassidy?
She holds up a stack of books and some other things.
Are those bones?
Yeah,
Munchies.
Yeah.
They're like several month-old bones with like a little bit of meat on them, but it's several months old scraps of meat, you know?
Why'd you take these?
honestly, taking things at this point makes me feel alive.
Oh,
Our ghost is becoming a kleptomaniac.
yeah!
Oh no, the
No.
adrenaline high. No adrenaline.
No,
He will just take he'll
Um,
take the biggest grimoire from the collection of books. He'll just hold it in his hands towards Janice. He's like, if you want to know what they are in detail, it's right here.
I will look into that.
So how about
But-
we go check up on Milano?
Yeah, I need to speak to 2 more people. And, Leica, I believe, would like to go with you. But, Cassidy,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to go out, or would you be alright joining me for a while?
I can join you.
Excellent. If he tries to do anything malicious, well, tell him that City of Minervans will not accept. Will not take that lying down.
Well, as Leica and Alex go to the gate, Leica turns to Alex and says, I know the name of the ones pursuing you.
Great.
A
Right.
demon by the name of Boone.
Great. I'd almost forgotten about that. Yes, that's definitely not concerning at all. He's walking and talking.
Yeah. What was all the information that Rubicante told Leica, TT?
Specifically that he knows Boone is the one going after Alex because this is a mission of vengeance, which is not Boone's domain. It is the domain of Rubicante's people. which would imply that Boone does not belong to the Malabulge, but rather to one of the other 6 circles of hell.
He's on a quest of whatever your family did. He's on a quest of vengeance. However, he's not a demon of wrath, which is which is what Rabbit's done. He's from one of the other circles.
Oh, such fun.
Although, I'm not sure I'd would like to know that a demon stepping in another demon's form of politics is kind of a. Would like to know that's kind of a. Not a taboo, or faux pas.
Yeah, it's a faux pas. Like, you know, the sins aren't fully exclusive, but when you're doing big dramatic shit, you can't step on the other circle's toes without permission.
Well, yeah, because demons are petty bitches.
Like, if Beelzebub wants to open a brothel, like, he's gotta pass that shit by Asmodeus, you know? Like, they take their domain semi-seriously. And in this case, with Wrath, like, the denizens of the Malabulge and Abaddon himself are very unforgiving about people treading on their shit without permission. They take any perceived slight as badly as they possibly can. So you want to make sure, if there's any chance you're going to piss them off, that you avoid it.
Well, that's the problem with Boone, is that since he's treading upon the domain of wrath, that he's not going to make a lot of friends doing that.
But Rubicante did say Boone did get permission.
Although he did get some clearance, though not sure from who.
Well, ain't that dandy?
Like I was saying, he actually gets permission from Abaddon.
You don't know the specifics because you didn't interrogate Red and Rabbit that deeply about it. And like, you know more about demons than the average person, but your parents didn't exactly give you like a thorough rundown of all the affairs of hell, in part because they haven't been there yet. And hopefully never will.
Like I said earlier, Milano better be gone if he knows what's good for him.
Oh. So you're also going for eye for an eye, then?
It's not my eye I have to avenge. I just can't... I don't think I'm going to be able to stomach the sight of him if he's still out there.
Oh, it's not my eyes I want to avenge either. It's someone else's.
I get it.
He'll come up, and I assume they're like stairs up to the top of the wall, how the guards get up there.
Yeah.
Is there anyone on the night watch?
Yeah, there are some guards, people on the wall. As you look out, you do see a tall figure in wizardly robes, literally right at the very outskirts, like right at the border of the city. As close as he can get without actually crossing into the city limits.
Is he just sitting there like a little piss baby?
Do a double insight check to look closely and see what he's doing.
What do you see with your peepers?
Yeah. It's just a normal
I'll
check of
reroll.
10.
That's a double. Although
it's not. Yeah, but it's not a success.
I'll repin the fragile point because why not?
Yeah, why not?
All right, roll a d8 then.
It's experience. Tasty experience.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Damn right it is.
Roll as well.
No.
Well, he is very far away.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
He is very far away.
All right, I think we were 1 point away from level up.
Damn,
No,
nice.
it's only at 5.
Do you,
Yeah, the thing is, when I went to my page, I already had 6 already there.
We'll settle that afterward.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not right, because we ended with only... Yeah, no, we'll do it later.
Alright, he's far away. Look to the nearest night guard. Is he still sulking?
he has a bindle, and he's looking at the city with great sadness.
He has a hobo bundle.
Yeah, he has a fucking hobo bindle. He's looking at the city in a forlorn way. You can hear the ending theme music of the Incredible Hulk series from the 70s playing.
I mean, he didn't exactly get to take anything with him. So he's probably just had whatever he could summon.
Yep.
Good riddance. I just hope for his sake that he's not going to do something stupid in the near future.
Are you gonna go out and check up on them, or is that enough for you guys?
That's enough for Alex.
Lycan will accompany Alex back, but she's not done yet.
But I'm not done yet.
Meanwhile, hey Cassidy,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to steal all of Stefan's shit now that he's gone?
Yeah.
Excellent practice. Yeah, just as you go into the High Philosopher's room, which is your room now, it's like, all right, Cassidy, you have one job. Clear it out. Go forth, my ghost.
Go for it, my
Dude,
God.
shit. Move everything. Throw shit on the ground.
Cassidy disappears and things just start flying around the room.
Okay, well, we're not there yet.
A good. This is a good venting moment for Cassidy.
We're not at the room yet, I don't think.
Not yet, but just let her know
It's like
that
the moment in Witcher 3 where Assyria realizes her elf friend betrayed her, and then Geralt just knocks something off the table, and it then becomes where all three of them just tear apart the laboratory.
Yes,
Go
precisely.
to Stefano Milan's quarters and
Yes.
find something very surprising.
Well,
The room is gone.
oh,
You open the door, and there's no walls, no floor, no furniture. It's like someone just forgot to put this room in while building this floor.
Wow, can't have shit in Minervans. They'll even steal the fucking rooms.
Oh yeah, he's a wizard. He has his own custom, like, probably wizard hovel.
Literally, he stole his room.
What a poor
well,
loser.
shit.
He teleported his room to him. He's a wizard!
Yeah, I'm sorry, Cassidy.
Fuck.
Now Cassidy has to kill him. It's a
Not even
personal mission
crumb
now.
for a mouse.
It appears he's the better thief.
We can check the actual. See if he has any belongings left in the High Philosopher chamber, which is my chamber now, I guess.
He took that too.
Pats Cassidy on the back as they lead her there.
Well, if he took that, he could be charged with theft, because his room's his room, but the High Philosopher's room is the state's.
Yeah.
In the High Philosopher's room, there are a treasure trove of books, firstly. There are also some relics in glass display cases. There's one that looks to be a sack that's marked with pictures of clouds. There's the skull of a cyclops.
Hey.
There is a very old tapestry
Oh.
depicting a warrior with winged sandals and a grim helm facing off against a colossal sea monster while a woman is chained to a rock.
Cassidy.
There's an owl that seems to have been crafted out of metal plates.
Oh. Cassidy, when you walk in, Janice was leading you by hand. But like when the door opens and Janice like steps in and just sees everything in this room, Janice can see her. I mean, Cassidy just sees her just like kind of freeze.
Oh
And
yeah, this is all yours now, isn't it?
I guess it is. Cassidy?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I can do this?
I don't think it, I know it. Janice, you've been on top of this all day.
I've been kind of running on adrenaline all day.
Well, I guess the next thing to work on is learning how to delegate then.
That is why I asked the others to go check on Rabid and the Necromancer. Although I'm a little worried that Alex's meeting with the Necromancer might lead to some stress.
Oh boy. Oh boy, he's meeting his villain arc.
Janice just like walks into the room and just is taking everything in. Does it look like there's any personal belongings in here?
Thankfully, no. There's none of Stefano Milan's personal possessions. It is mostly like a bunch of resources for the High Philosopher to study any and all topics that could potentially be relevant to the job of being the biggest smarty in a city full of smarties.
So it's more like a work office.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like a library specifically for the use of the High Philosopher. Like essentially a rare books room, if any of you have been to one of those, which is a magical place.
Cassidy, what was that word you mentioned? The more something?
Mortabairn.
Mortaban.
You might even find it in the grimoire I handed you.
Yeah, I have the grimoire. Yeah.
When you
yeah,
say what is that word you mentioned, the little metal owl moves. It makes a little sound as its ruby eyes sort of like these little metal shutters close around them to make them look like it's honing in on you. Query?
What?
Did you have a query, High Philosopher?
Do you know what a Mortaban?
Mortaban.
Thank you. Do you know what a Mortaban is?
The glass display case around this owl disappears in a puff of purple smoke, and it flutters around the room on metal wings before going right to a specific book and pulling it off the shelf and laying it out, flipping through the pages with expert precision to land on just the right one. Mortarbairn, a necromantic spell used to bind the spirit of a small child and exploit that spirit's parental and familial ties to make it utterly loyal to the necromancer's will. One of the most disgusting and hated acts of necromantic spellcraft imaginable. That part is editorializing, but there is a very firm consensus on it being correct nonetheless.
I don't disagree there.
88 out of 90 books written on the subject include this passage, sick fuck. See entitled.
Well, that's something to keep an eye out for.
Are you
Cassidy.
looking out how to create a Mortarbairn or how to
No.
free a Mortarbairn?
How to free a Mortarbairn.
And the owl scrolls, as recorded by a octuplet of respected wizards. To free a Mortarbairn, one must attack on both the emotional side and the magical side. Mortarbairn's ties to this world are forged by its desire for family and connection. If you can help it realize that the necromancer is exploiting it, you can weaken those ties, allowing you to use magic to prune them and free the Mortarbairn of its shackles. Any genuine emotional connections built outside of those ties that the Mortarbairn can still recall, those built after it has been created, can keep it tethered to this world, but in a more natural sense, as other ghosts are.
So, something you may realize something, Janice. From what the owl just told you. That takes magic to undo.
Yes. You didn't tell me what happened to the Mortarbairn.
Mm-hmm.
But you do know that the two people involved don't use magic.
Well, I don't know that the Mortarbairn isn't still with him.
Alex did something, and the necromancer complained about him vaporizing it. So I don't think it's still around.
He vaporized it?
Something like that.
What did it look like visually?
A Mortarbairn is a large, hulking humanoid figure.
Not
Its
not
flesh
that end.
rotting with necrosis. Its
No,
head
no.
has a mask that has been nailed into its skull.
Oh my lord.
That is what it looks like.
No,
But
Cassidy, the vaporizing, what did that look like?
well, there was a lot of light, and then it was gone.
That describes the process of the ghost's chain to this mortal coil being undone. The ectoplasm evaporates in a flash of light. From the mortal perspective, this is what it would look like. And then the owl presents an illusion of a ghost that evaporates in a flash of light.
That's pretty much it.
Janice takes Cassidy's hand, seeing that. What could do that? That's not traditionally a wizard.
Something with both ties to the arcane and the occult. Arcane magic is required to work on the occult ties of others, but one must be able to sense the occult as well. There are a variety of creatures that do have connections to the arcane as well as the occult, such as, of course, Cerberus, the great dog used by our Lord Hades of the land of the dead.
How about witches?
Witches tend to dabble in both arcane and occult, so they can be capable of such magic. Any
Right.
wizard schooled in the subject can do so as well.
I think we have. I think I have some questions for Alex later.
Yeah, because he's repeated a few times. He's like, "Oh yeah, I don't know any magic."
Yeah.
And that's why you've trusted with him with holding the Philosopher's Stone. He can't subconsciously activate it because he got no magic.
Do you have a name?
I am the mechanical bubo.
The Mechanical Bubo?
Mechanical bubo.
Mechanical Bubo.
The mechanical bubo.
The
Does that
Mechanical
imply-
Bubo.
Does that imply
You can
the
also just
existence
call
of
me
a
Bubo.
non? Does that imply the existence of a non-mechanical bubo?
We met him.
Cocks his head at you. Yes, Bubo is the owl of our great goddess Athena.
Yeah, we wrote it.
Minerva, Minerva, Minerva. Apologies.
There was a human who doesn't believe they have any magic, yet was able to dismiss and ward upon. What would that make them?
Many people develop connection to magic later in life than is considered standard. The idea that magic develops in puberty, while correlated with a great deal of data, is not airtight. According to the writings on the wisdom of the dragon-blessed Mordrin, anyone can attune to magic at any time should they open their heart to it. Perhaps your friend is just a late bloomer.
That is possible. But to be able to immediately dismiss something that sounds extremely difficult to work with?
That is unusual, but one must remember that magic is unpredictable in how it manifests.
I am well aware.
According to our ancient texts, Vormodon the Dread was able to conjure spells that many wizards could not replicate for several generations after he rose to power. Your friend may in fact be a great prodigy.
Noted. Thank you, Bubo.
Of course, this could be a manifestation of several other things. Perhaps your friend is cursed.
Cursed?
Cursed. Yes, some beings have been cursed to have unnaturally strong capabilities with destroying certain beings. For example, King Jack of Anglesey was incredibly gifted at causing the death of ogres, even when not intending to. There is one account of him trying to cause a distraction with a slingshot by breaking a chandelier, only to set off a chain of events that resulted in a painting falling down from a wall and decapitating an ogre.
How big was the painting?
Very large. Ogre-sized.
Checks out.
Alright. Alright, that's something to check on Alex about.
Your friend should probably be kept under close observation and study so you can figure out the exact nature of their arcane and occult abilities before they accidentally kill someone that should not be destroyed.
Including themselves.
Yes. And also potentially children.
Children?
I am merely stating worst case scenarios.
No, why children? Why is that where you went?
Generally, children are viewed as particularly innocent and vulnerable, and it's a great tragedy when they die.
Gotcha.
I like the cut of this owl.
I've traveling that I'm to be doing, so I won't be here. But there's a lot of resources here that would be extremely useful. Is there any way I can contact you or make a short trip here when I'm farther away?
That's all gore.
As the High Philosopher, you have a mental link to me at all times. Should you simply have a crystal ball, you may contact me whenever you wish.
I do?
We do.
No. I have a mental connection to you?
Yes, as the High Philosopher of Minervans, I am at your beck and call specifically.
Thank you, Bubo.
You're welcome. I am pleased to assist.
Cassidy, you see, like, Jadis, like, starts to, the weight of everything seems to kind of come down on them for a second, and they kind of start to crumple. Before they, take a deep breath and stand up straight again.
I think it should be acknowledged that the very first thing Alex did with this magic was apparently liberate the spirit of a murdered child.
No, I agree. My concern isn't that Alex is necessarily going to hurt somebody else. My concern is that Alex has awakened something that he doesn't understand and could hurt himself.
Well, we should talk to Alex about that.
Yeah, we should. This isn't something I plan to keep a secret from Alex.
No, do it. It's juicier that way.
That verges on idiot plot territory, though.
Yes. It's like, no, just stare at your friend like a ticking time bomb and do nothing about it.
Listen to Doofies, hit
We
a drama
got-
horrors out.
We're getting
Sorry,
close to
yeah.
Cinderella hour. We gotta wrap this shit up.
Yeah, Mayor, what's he like?
Oh, I'm the mayor. You really have to worry about me that much. I'm kind of a jackass.
Okay, fuck off.
Okay.
Appreciate the honesty.
Oh,
You can steal some of his shit, Cassidy.
I just really want to cut ribbons and shit. I don't really want to do a lot of the running town.
Cool, you can keep doing that.
Master of ceremonies it is.
Yeah, Master of Ceremonies.
Can I still be called the mayor?
Sure.
Yay!
I don't think he should. I don't think he should keep the really rich house though.
Oh.
Okay, well,
He supposedly earned that.
did you inherit this house?
No.
Was it given to you?
Yeah, I'm the mayor.
So you earned it?
I was chosen to be mayor by the High Philosopher, so
Oh fuck.
Janice.
Yeah.
So choose a new mayor.
Janice.
What?
How is his hat just floating over his head without touching him?
I'm just gonna out of character recommend that you just make this estate the official meeting headquarters of the new Council of Minervans.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
And what,
Your-
he's just like
Your estate will
he's just the expensive
your estate will
groundskeeper.
function. Your estate will function as the new meeting place of the Council of Minervans. It will be
Oh,
your
I guess
duty.
that makes sense.
It'll be your duty to make sure this place is presentable.
All right, can I still use the pool?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
God, you're something.
Isn't it this
So
people
you went from mayor to high butler.
Yes.
So long as I get to cut the ribbons, I don't care.
That man knows what he
then-
wants in life.
Last thing of all. Check his name. John Hammerschmidt.
Rowan Hammerschmidt, he is officially, he's already rescued the petrified homunculi, and is talking with their creators to officially adopt them.
Aw.
That's
Hammerschmidt,
what he's doing when you find him. Yes,
hello.
you saved all of them. I can't believe it.
We had some help from a Gorgon, as I'm sure you saw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm glad. How are they recovering?
Pretty well. I think they're all gonna be okay.
Do you have any idea where if they'll be able to, what they would take to doing for themselves?
Well, I'm gonna talk that over with them since they can pick it for themselves now, and we'll figure that out. Some of them might need some raising first. He looks at the creatures that have been bred for combat, many of which have human level intelligence. But I think we'll find a way to take care of them all,
I'm glad to hear that.
including yours, and indeed your chimera is waiting there, this huge, ridiculously overpowered monstrosity.
Who craves
anyways.
violence?
Minervan's
Hang on a
best
second.
Ulysses.
Parent, I crave violence. Good.
First
Good. First word. Well, as you know, I mentioned it before, but now it's official. Chimera baiting will no longer be an institution in Minervans.
Well, it's a lot less work for me, but a lot less death I have to witness, so I consider that acceptable.
I am putting together a council to run the city, and I was wondering if you would want to be an advisor on the matter of chimeras. There are two sacred chimeras on the council, but you know more of a magical construction sense. Does that make sense?
It does. I would be honored.
Next.
So that means you now officially have 7 people on the council.
Well, he's not council because he's not native here. He might want to go home,
Yeah.
So he's not hard on the council. He's like, if they have things they need to know about Chimera that are more like, not something Chimera themselves would know,
He's the official Chimera Ranger.
Yes.
The Chimera Warden.
He's the Chimera Warden.
And with
He'll be able to help if what?
And with that, I must get my sister.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
All right.
Yeah. He's the tiebreaker is still going to be Janice or the city. He will be, because she doesn't. It's not that she doesn't trust him because she got to, he was very clearly emotionally invested in the Chimera, which was a good sign.
But he's
considering
not
everything.
a man of Minervans, and he does want to go home. So yeah, I get you.
Yeah, he wants to go home. The not being from Minervans thing isn't a deal breaker, but he doesn't want to live here. It doesn't seem.
Fair. All right. I think with that, you guys have officially wrapped up everything in Minervans, and set it off better than it was. You all get to rest and do all the interlude stuff. We'll just do that out of session since people got to go and all that. Okay, is it all right if I do a stinger?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys rest for the night. You have an interlude. You forge some bonds and all that. And at night, when everyone goes to sleep, Stefano Milan keeps looking at what was once his city. He goes, well, I have always wanted to siege Epitome. I could finally start a new life with a king who respects my talents. Yes, that's what I'll do. And as he finally turns to leave, an assassin in dark leather armor
No.
slips up behind him unnoticed and slits his throat. And as Stefano Milan dies bleeding on the outskirts of Minervans, a Cambion girl takes off her mask, looks at her handiwork, and knows that she's done her parents proud before returning back to slip into her room, unnoticed by her friends who briefly saw her absence. Fabulous point well spent. Good night, everybody!